Our planet is a rather large place, as you might have noticed. It is covered in vast oceans and sprawling continents. But Earth also has its quiet corners, its truly out-of-the-way spots. Imagine a place so far from any shore that you are utterly, completely, and profoundly alone. Such a place exists, and it has a name that hints at its profound isolation. This remarkable spot is called Point Nemo. It is officially known as the Oceanic Pole of Inaccessibility. It simply means it is the place in the ocean that is farthest from any land. If you were at Point Nemo, you could travel in any direction, and you would have to go an enormous distance before you hit solid ground. It is the very definition of being in the middle of nowhere. Point Nemo represents one of these extremes. It is a geographical curiosity, a challenge to our understanding of distance and isolation. Its existence tells us something important about the planet we inhabit and the vast, untamed wilderness that still covers much of its surface. So where exactly is this incredibly remote spot? Point Nemo is located in the vastness of the South Pacific Ocean. Its precise coordinates are 48 degrees, 52.6 minutes south latitude, and 123 degrees, 23.6 minutes west longitude. It sits in a huge triangle of water with the nearest land masses being incredibly distant. Finding such a point requires clever geometry and powerful computers. The challenge is to find a spot on the ocean's surface that is equidistant from the three nearest coastlines. This calculation was first achieved with remarkable accuracy in 1992 by a Croatian-Canadian survey engineer named Hrvoje Lukatela. The name Point Nemo is rather clever and quite fitting. It is a direct nod to Captain Nemo from Jules Verne's famous novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Captain Nemo chose to live a life of isolation aboard his submarine, the Nautilus. The name is doubly appropriate because Nemo in Latin means no one or nobody. So Point Nemo is quite literally the no one point, a perfect description for a place so utterly removed from human habitation. You might wonder what kind of bustling marine metropolis you would find at Point Nemo. The answer, perhaps unsurprisingly, is not much at all. Because it is so far from land, Point Nemo is also very far from the nutrient-rich runoff that supports abundant sea life closer to shores. It is often described as an oceanic desert, a biological dead zone. Interestingly, Point Nemo has found a rather practical, if somewhat somber, scientific application. It has become a designated spacecraft cemetery. The most remote spot on Earth is also a graveyard for some of humanity's most advanced technological creations. Just how far is Point Nemo from land? The nearest land masses are Ducie Island, part of the Pitcairn Islands, Motu Nui, the westernmost part of Easter Island, and Mahir Island, near Antarctica. Each of these is approximately 2,688 kilometers away from Point Nemo. To put that into perspective, that is further than the distance from London to Moscow. Because of this extreme isolation, it is often said that the closest human beings to Point Nemo are not on Earth at all, but in space. When the International Space Station passes overhead, its astronauts are only about 400 kilometers directly above Point Nemo. At that moment, they are significantly closer than anyone on any ship or any piece of land. There is also a rather spooky and entirely coincidental literary connection to Point Nemo. H.P. Lovecraft wrote about a fictional sunken city called Relaya, placed at coordinates remarkably close to Point Nemo. Why does a place like Point Nemo, so empty and so far away, continue to capture our imagination? Perhaps it is because it represents a final frontier on our own planet. In an age where every corner of the globe seems to be mapped, photographed, and explored, Point Nemo remains a symbol of the wild, the untouched, and the profoundly isolated. The very idea of such extreme remoteness is both daunting and alluring. It challenges our perception of scale and our place in the world. Point Nemo is a geographical extreme that pushes the boundaries of what we consider habitable or even reachable for ordinary purposes. Its existence serves as a quiet testament to the immense power and vastness of nature. Furthermore, Point Nemo ignites a sense of wonder and curiosity. What is it truly like to be there in the most isolated spot on Earth? Ultimately, Point Nemo serves as a humbling reminder. It is a silent, watery monument to the vastness that still surrounds us, a place that will always remain wonderfully, profoundly, and beautifully remote.